Hi, my name is Demi. This is my channel, Dem's Words. Thank you so much for joining me. If you could take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe if you find this information resonating with you, I would totally appreciate it. Now, the topic of the day is Don't Call Me a Cougar. And I just want to put the disclaimer out there. I am not a relationship or dating expert or life coach or anything in that sort of nature. So anything that we discuss, please do not take this as medical advice. I have whatsoever no background as a therapist. This is actually just a conversation, that I want to start up with, and I hope that people out there, women, maybe even men, will hear this and want to continue the conversation. And the conversation today, right now, is about Don't Call Me a Cougar. I turned 50 this year. My birthday is June 16, 1972. And I have been dating younger men, I don't know, I would say maybe for, I don't know, it might be already close to 10, 15 years, right? And I would say even over 10 years that I've started dating young men. And it wasn't necessarily by choice, and so it gets a really bad rap. And I think one of the things I wanted to discuss is, first of all, where did that come from? Like, why do we have such a bad reputation when it comes to that? Because, when you think about it, for years and years, men have been dating younger women. And it's really not frowned upon the way it is when women date younger men. So I did look up on Wikipedia, and I did wanted to see what they had to say, right? So cougar, it's a slang, right? And it says cougar is a slang term for a woman who seeks romantic or sexual relationships with significantly younger men, women, or both, right? So I guess, there are people who are LGBT so, I found that interesting. There's actually more. Let me see where I had seen this. They say that the origin of the word cougar as a slang term is debated, but is thought to have originated in Western Canada from a Canadian dating website, cougardate.com. So that may be where the cougar aspect comes from. But it's a put down for older women who would go to bars and go home with whoever was left at the end of the night. Really? Though, like many formerly derogatory terms, there has been an increasing effort to reclaim the term in recent years, blah, blah, blah. So this is another part that I found interesting. It says, the term has been variously applied to middle-aged women who pursue romantic or sexual relations with men more than 5 years younger than they are. 5 years younger. And then you're considered a cougar? I think 5 years is basically your contemporary. So if a woman is 35 and she's dating a man that's 30 years old, she's considered a cougar? That's ridiculous. So, I'm 50. And I would say, okay, right before my 50th birthday, and this is a milestone birthday, and even if you don't feel old, you're like, okay, I'm 50. I'm going to be 50. So it was funny because I was on a dating app, and I don't remember what was the dating app. Well, I'm not even going to say, right? Why even say? But anyway, I was on a dating app, and I did match with someone. And it was funny because sometimes you get on these dating apps, and you're like, oh my God, this is not good. And sometimes you just match with people, and you don't really think anything of it. Like, I feel like I like him. I like the way he looks. I'm going to put yes, even though, okay, maybe the age is young, even younger than what I would have dated normally. But anyway, he was 25 years old. He responded. We chatted. We met up, we wind up dating for a while, and it did end. And I learned a lot from that relationship, I have to say. It wasn't like, it was more of a situationship or whatever you want to call it, but I actually learned a lot from it. And I thought it actually was a great relationship because I learned so much from that relationship. I learned how much I've grown and evolved. And I thought about like when I was 20 or 25, and now at 50, how I've really grown as a person. So, I mean, that could be a conversation for another video. Suffice it to say, he was not 5 years younger than me. I do want to discuss why I feel that the term cougar is a misnomer, right? The first reason why is that I, as a woman who am older and do date younger men, I do not chase a man. And I feel like, to me, that term cougar, it's like it almost implies that I'm going out there and I'm forcing men, like I'm chasing them. I'm a predator looking for my prey, trying to track them, trying to manipulate them, trying to get them to me or whatever. And that's not the case whatsoever. So I don't see myself as a cougar for that reason, because I don't believe in chasing men at all. I feel like a man should pursue the woman. And so I'm old fashioned with that, because I know that some women go out there and ask men on dates and things like that. And I mean, more power to you, but I guess I'm 50. I didn't grow up that way, so and I'm not about to change when it comes to that at all. So yeah, I don't see that at all. Then the second aspect of this, okay, so if I'm the cougar and I'm going out there trying to trap my prey, then the younger men that I'm with, they're like these innocent little bunnies or bambies or whatever, that they're being, somehow manipulated by this big bad older woman or whatever. It's like, no, that's not the case at all. These men are not innocent whatsoever. They are pursuing the older women. A lot of the men that I've dated, not all, but a lot of the women that I've dated have been with older women already, love older women, and that's what they want to date. So, or like, they want to date older women. So, it's not a one-sided type of relationship. It's not like the older woman wants the younger man and the younger man doesn't want it, and he's kind of like being forced into this situation. And also, I do want to also show how there is a difference, though, with an older man with a younger woman and an older woman with a younger man, in my situation anyway. In my situation, I am not giving these men that I date any money. I am not providing them with any mentorship. I'm not, basically, I'm not a sugar mama. So I should have actually made another video about that. I'm not a sugar mama. But anyway, I'm not a cougar and I'm not a sugar mama. So I'm not here like I feel that a lot of times when you see a younger woman, like 20 years, 30 years younger than the man, there is some kind of like financial exchange typically in that situation. And I'm not saying that, he's necessarily, like giving her money, but he may be providing for her or, whatever. Okay, we're not, this is not that kind of video. We're not talking about that. But I just want to show that difference here, because I'm not providing anything for these men. We are dating. We are going out. We are, having sex, but the basis of this relationship is a mutual attraction. Because let's face it, the man is not going to want to be with me if he's not attracted to me. Because men are visual and it is about looks and sex. That's the bottom line. So women are different. Women usually are looking for stability, security, commitment, and especially if they're at the age where they want to get married and have children, that those are the different things that are usually found, I feel anyway, when you see a younger girl with an older man, right? Is that maybe that man could provide those things to her. And that's why maybe she will be in that type of relationship. And I do not judge, do you? I do not judge. But, so those are like, so right there, those are the first two reasons. I'm like, okay, I don't chase a man, right? The man's not so innocent, to begin with, and he is a willing participant in this relationship. And there is a mutual attraction that usually is going to be there. On top, and I know I can't speak for every relationship, but I'm talking about my relationships anyway. And then on top of that, I don't actually only date younger men. When I go on the dating app, I'm open to dating whatever age, you can be my age, you can be younger than me, you can be older than me. That is not my criteria. So I don't feel like, I feel in the definition it was saying like the cougar is like specifically going out there looking, hunting for younger men. That's not the case. I'm on a dating app. I put in a range of ages. I'm looking at the pictures. I'm reading the profiles. I do read the profiles. I am, if I find that I'm attracted to the person, sometimes I may not be like overly attracted to the person, but there may be something in the profile, this little snarky comment or whatever. I'm like, oh, he's cute or, sarcastic or whatever, and I'll go right. And then basically, okay, who are the people who are swiping right on me, on my picture, right? We have to match. We have to match up in some aspect. And then from that pool of people is where I make the decision, if we start talking, and if you've been on dating sites, which most single people have, you can talk to 20, 100 people and it goes nowhere. It goes nowhere, right? So it just so happens that when I am matching up and I feel like the conversation leads more with the younger men, those are the people I'm actually going out on a date, meeting up, and it lasting longer. Why? I don't know. I can't say why. I do know that I feel as we all age, we're not all going to stay, looking beautiful, young, or whatever, right? I do feel, this is my opinion, this Dem's words, this is my opinion, I find that women take better care of themselves. If you agree, you're women in your 50s, 40s, or whatever, I get it that, I have a best friend that, is in his 40s and he works out and he takes care of his body and whatever. But, he asked me once, like, advice about, skincare and whatever. Men don't know about these things. Men really don't know. And now I think that it's becoming more common where men are here taking care of themselves, whatever, with skincare and things like that. But, sometimes I just find that I'm just not attracted to the people my age. And that's it. It's like, you may be my age, but you look a lot worse. And I feel like the 30-year-old guy I find him to be attractive. But the 50-year-old guy who maybe didn't use sunscreen or retina A or I don't know what, is like, so that may be a whole nother video, but I'm not about to do a male whatever skincare video. But yeah, so that's the other thing. It's like I am basically looking at men that I am attracted to. And that is that's going to be the initial draw. The same way the men are going to be, swiping right on me because they're attracted to me. There is a mutual attraction there. So let me see what else I had written down here. Oh, I did find like that one part of the term where it's made it seem like the woman, she's going with whatever is left over, at the bar. No. I think as we get older, we get more selective, we get more picky. We don't put up with a lot of nonsense, a lot of shit. We'll weed men out right away. Even so that itself, making it sound like older women are going to be, accepting like, leftovers, something like that. That's not the case at all. I find that we have been by ourselves and we don't have a problem being by ourselves. If we have to, we will pass when something is not acceptable because we have life experience and we recognize it. We recognize the red flags. We even in the young guys, because it's not always about experience. Sometimes it's just about personality, right? And you also recognize when a certain type of personality or a certain type of person is not compatible with you. So no, I find that older women are actually more picky in that aspect, and we would rather pass than take something that we just feel is not going to be suited for us. Like I said, I'm saying we, but I'm talking about me. If you agree, I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear from men as well. Maybe younger men who've dated older women. What do you think? Why do you prefer an older woman? And the same goes for, older women that are dating younger men. How did it happen? Do you find it to be a better relationship, let's say when you had dated someone that was your age? How do you feel about being called a cougar? So I love to hear from you. I am planning to do more videos about this. I think that this topic is more than a trend. I really do feel it's more than a trend, and there's so much that we can discuss, and I'm looking forward to talking more about it. Bye.